Okay, I'm back again from shopping. I I have realized that this haze gray or royal light gray is still too dark, especially over the light gray primer. So I'm not going to use that. That's why I tested it on a spare part. But the pearl white on top of the light gray primer, on top of the bridge, is beautiful. It is somewhat reminiscent, I think, of the Enterprise. Hey, and it gives it a beautiful pearl, which is a nice glossy surface that the decals will stick to. So I'm going to test. I bought a lighter blue from Tamiya. I'm going to test it on the NX Impulse Crystal. And I bought a kind of medium blue that I'm going to test on the deflector dish here from the NX. You can tell it's the NX deflector dish because it does not have spokes in the center. So do all the paint tests on the NX parts and I'll be good. And when I have spray painted them and see how they look, I'll come back. But in the meantime, you have the NCC parts here all ready and waiting. So either it's going to be the folk art colors, which are right up there, or it's going to be the spray paint colors. But as you can see, now you have pretty even coverage of the gray primer on everything, including the cargo bay. And there's the gunmetal parts. The only way I could keep them upright. But what I have done, I had to cut them off the sprue tree to paint them properly. I labeled with a little bit of sticky tape what part number they are. So both of part 101 are together. And both of, part 100. Well, I got to turn it that way to see the 100, but you know what I mean. 100 and 100. So that's good. And then this is the Excelsior box. This is where the stuff goes when the paint is drying, or the primer. That's why all the part numbers are still in Silver Sharpie. But if you look carefully, there's the other box. If you look carefully, you're going to see that some parts have gold numbers now, because that means they've got their base color. So that's great. So once I'm going to go spray paint now. Pause the video while I do that, and I'll start up the video again when spray painting is complete. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back again. Outside, where I'm going to do my spray painting. Of course, first, you have the Tamiya light metallic blue. I'm going to try to use that for the impulse crystal, actually. And I'm going to use the light blue here for the NX deflector dish. Might as well test on those parts. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. So that's the light blue. Looks quite good from this angle. Might even be able to use it for the warp nacelle section. And there's the Tamiya light metallic blue. Looks quite nice on that clear part there. So, I think that's a good thing, because it looks almost the same color as a transparent blue for the impulse crystal. I'm going to bring everything inside and take another video. Alright, here I am inside. So, Tamiya light blue is beside the part that I sprayed the light blue. It's a little darker than I had in mind, perhaps. But on the other hand, the Tamiya light metallic blue is perfect for that clear part. So that's wonderful. So I might end up painting the deflector dish with the folk art color. I'll go. Alright, so I might end up actually painting the deflector dish with the medium blue from folk art. That's how it looked in the image anyway. And as far as the clear nacelle parts, I'm probably going to end up painting them with the Tamiya Ocean Cruise. because I just can't find a spray paint in Tamiya. Couldn't find any testers at all that's actually light enough blue to get the look I want. But let me see if I have any testers. Bottle paint, 1 second. Okay, I'm back with my selection of testers bottle paints. I labeled the top of them, as you can see, so let's see if I can find the blues I possess. There's teal, so okay, here, like for instance, flat sky blue. I've got to shake it up. That might be a good one for the deflector dish. There's also a clear blue, but you can see that this clear blue is going to be more for the impulse crystal. Gloss blue, way too dark. Way too dark. And dark blue, of course, obviously. Way too dark. Okay, so this is a good candidate, perhaps for the light blue of the the warp nacelles. Now I know it says flat, but I've found that testers is much more liquid than, say, the equivalent folk art. But just once. All right, thank you for waiting. I'm back again. So I narrowed down the color, as you can see from the chart here. So orange means nowhere close, too dark. Pink means in the right neighborhood, but you're not there yet. And purple means still somewhat far away. But see the green? Craft Smart Satin. Satin Pool Blue. Satin because it'll go on without chunks. So that is going to be the one for the nacelle top grills, is going to be the Satin Pool Blue by Craftsmart. And for the deflector dish, it's going to be hand painted with the medium blue with the white in the center. Now, as far as which white I'm going to use the same titanium white that I use to lighten up the turquoise, since they work so well. So that's all for now. I'm going to have to, but for the impulse crystals though, if you needed to correct the impulse crystals color, I would use the, 1 second, I'll find. As far as I can tell, the color I found, the light metallic blue by Tamiya, is close to the metallic folk art blue sapphire, just in case touch-ups are needed. So that's about all for now. I realized I forgot to buy more pearl white, but I'm going to do the detail painting first, so that won't really matter. And I'll be back when I have done some detail painting. And that'll be its own separate video, because I might go and show how I do some of the masking and everything like that. So talk to you all later, and hope you enjoyed this narrowing down of the paint colors video.